Every Warzone pro has a warm-up routine, but why don't you? Today, I'm going to give you that warm-up routine to help you improve your aim and your game. Let's get into it. Now, if you were to ask any COD pro what they do to warm up, you're most likely going to get the answer of shooting bots. Now, what exactly does that look like and how do you set that up? I'm going to give you the most effective way to do that today. So you're going to click on multiplayer, go to find a match all the way to the bottom to private match, create private match. And this first warm-up routine that I'm going to give you is if you guys are in a time crunch, you only have 5 to 10 minutes to warm up. I often find myself in this scenario before a stream. I don't have a lot of time to warm up, but I have to get that warm up in. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Now, throughout this video, I'm going to give you guys a few different warm up routines. So do not skip any of them because one of them could really pertain to not only your time, like how much time you have, but also to your skill level. So make sure you do not skip any of these warm-up routines. This first one, if you're in a time crunch, keeping that in mind, we're going to game setup, you're going to map, you're scrolling all the way to the left. I don't even have to look. It takes 2 seconds, scroll all the way to the left, click Babylon. Then you're going to game rules and you're going to set the match start time to 5 seconds, tab over twice to the right. So you get to player, you're changing health regen to fast. Okay, max health to 150 to make it a little closer to Warzone, tabbing over one more time to team. Then you're changing the kill cam to off. That's it. Super easy and fast setup. I don't see a lot of people talking about this kill cam thing, but basically if you have kill cam on, the bots will watch like a theoretical kill cam after you kill them, and it takes them a long time to spawn in, which obviously isn't very advantageous to us. We don't have a lot of time. We don't want to wait for bots to spawn in. We want them getting in right away. So make sure you have this setting set to off. So once again, quick recap, you're going to match start time 5 seconds, going to player, you're turning health regen to fast, max health to 150, team kill cam to off. That's it. Once you do this a couple times, it takes you 10 seconds to go through this. As you can imagine, you're gonna back out, then you're gonna go to team 2. You're gonna set 3 bots, keep them on recruit difficulty, because that's the goal of this exact warm-up routine, is just to get our hands moving, get us warmed up, get our movement feeling right, and our aim dialed in. Okay, we're gonna talk more about that here soon. Press confirm. Then you're gonna go up, you're only gonna have to do this once, but you're gonna have to set your loadout. This is actually really important. Set your Warzone loadout that you're taking in to the game that day. I have my 2 5 attachment guns right here, the C9 and the Krig that I'm gonna use in Warzone today. So that's what I have set. The lethal does not matter. I don't want you guys using your lethal during this warm up, but use smokes. If you're using smokes in Warzone, which you guys should be, we're going to be warming up the use of smokes as well. This is actually really important. So make sure you have smokes on. As far as the perks, scavenger, engineer, gearhead, just put these 3 perks. If you guys don't really care, make sure you guys have these set. What I don't want you guys to do is change perks that aren't in the game of Warzone, right? I don't want you guys putting on double time if there's no double time in Warzone. Doesn't make sense. So to make things easy, put on Scavvy, Engineer, and Gearhead. It makes things really simple. You're gonna back out. Once you have the class set up, you're good to get into the game. Let's actually shoot bots. All right, so right away, you're gonna click your class, go to settings, go to controller, the aiming tab, and then turn off aim assist. And the reason we wanna do this is we're gonna shoot actually 50 of our 100 bots without aim assist. And what's so special about this is by the time you turn aim assist back on for the second 50 bots that you're gonna kill, you're gonna notice a couple of things. One is how broken aim assist actually is. And the second thing is that the confidence level that you carry into your gunfights now with aim assist is second to none. So that's why we want to train without aim assist first. Some people say, I don't like to train without aim assist because by the time I turn it back on, it makes my aim feel funky. False. When you train without aim assist, it is only going to boost your ability to lock on targets and be more precise with your aim. Not only that, but you're going to get stuck in situations in Warzone where you have to shoot through metal fences, which don't have aim assist, or you throw a smoke down and you have to shoot in the smoke, which also doesn't have aim assist. For that reason, that's why we're training without aim assist. It's by the time you turn it back on, it's going to feel like God mode. All right, so a lot of you guys are probably asking yourself, Mark, do shooting these bots like actually help? Are you sure pro players actually do this? To that, I would say yes. Now play a little game along with me here for a second. Imagine there's 2 players. Player number 1 plays Warzone for 5 hours that day, gets 100 kills. Then player number 2 spends 10 minutes warming up, shoots 100 bots, then plays for that same 5 hours and gets 100 kills. Now, player number 1 killed 100 enemies that day. Player number 2 killed 200 enemies that day. Yes, I realize 100 of those were bots, but think about it. It only took player number 2 10 extra minutes to kill 100 extra enemies that day. Now you start to stack that up over the long term and you tell me, who do you think is going to become a better player? And that is the main reason why we're shooting bots. Now, what should you guys be focusing on while you're shooting these bots? The first thing I always warm up after you've turned off aim assist, you're all set to go. The first thing that I warm up is my centering. Okay, this is perfect because with centering, you don't use aim assist anyway. Centering is putting your crosshair where you think the enemy is going to be as you move throughout the map. So the very first thing I want you guys to warm up for the day, this should be like your foundation, is practice your centering. Make sure that center dot is where you think your enemies are going to be as you move throughout the map. In this case, it's going to be the bots. All right, point of emphasis number 2 that I want you guys to focus on while warming up is your movement, your general movement and flow as you move throughout the map. I was actually watching a pro player warm up shooting bots just like we're doing here, and I asked them, what's your point of emphasis while warming up? He didn't tell me aim. His aim was already top notch. What he told me was his general flow and movement around the map. And a lot of that comes in the case of dead slides. Have you guys ever dead slide? It's a really bad feeling. It's basically where you try to slide cancel, but instead you press your slide button a little bit too fast and the timing isn't right. So you end up just crouching and getting stuck in the mud. Okay, that's what we call a dead slide. And a lot of the reason that happens is because your just timings are off. You might have clicked the slide button just a hair too early. And all we're doing while we're warming up is just getting our general rhythm and flow moving. The last point of emphasis that I want you guys to focus on is thing number 3, which is utilizing your smokes. Okay, you've made it through your 50 bots. You turn aim assist back on. Now you're going to start using smokes in your gunfights. Whenever you take damage, I want you to overuse smokes. It's going to help us get in a healthy practice routine, a healthy habit of using these smokes when we get injured so that we don't get third partied. And as you're going to see in these clips right here, I'm just finessing. I'm throwing smokes. I'm finessing around my enemies and getting kills. And now, guess what? I just practiced without aim assist. I can get kills in the smoke and have confidence to challenge enemies into the smoke without aim assist. Guess what your enemies in the smoke probably weren't doing that day? Obviously, these bots weren't, but if you're using it in the actual game, guess what they probably weren't doing? They probably weren't warming up without aim assist. You now have the edge in the gunfight. Use your smokes. I want you guys to make this as like tactical as possible. I really want you guys to play your life here. Throw a lot of smokes, play your life as if you were actually in a real game. All right, there you have it. That is warm-up routine number 1. 50 unaim assisted bots. Then the second 50, you're playing more lifelike, throwing smokes, but turning that aim assist back on and gunning players till you kill all 100 bots. That is routine number 1. Routine number 2, if you have more time and you have an Xbox or a PC, make sure you guys check out our last video on aim labs. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that up right there. This is my exact warm-up. Okay, routine number 2 is the exact warm-up. And all I'm doing is 10 minutes of that aim labs routine, which we talked about last video. And then I am doing this exact fast warm-up, 10 minutes in aim labs, 10 minutes in the game for routine number 2. All right, so to quickly recap, routine number 1 takes about 10 minutes shooting the bots. Routine number 2 is 10 minutes of aim labs, 10 minutes shooting the bots for 20 minutes in total. And then routine number 3, what if you don't have aim labs, but you still have the 20 minutes to warm up? That's where routine number 3 comes in, which I'm gonna show you right here. And this might be the best one of them all. The reason I say that is because it's an extremely dynamic and game-like experience here shooting these bots. Let me show you how you're gonna set this up. If you're below a 3 or 4 KD player, if you do this every day, I guarantee you will get better. I tried this one time a couple years ago, and I have always kept it in my back pocket. If I ever feel like, my gameplay is slowing down, or maybe I've taken like a week off, I was out of town or for whatever it may be. If I come back, I'm doing this because it helps you get game-like speed so incredibly fast. So here's how you're gonna set this up. Go to game setup. Once again, we're gonna go all the way to the left on Babylon. We're gonna go to custom game rules, turn it to 20 minutes now. Okay, you're gonna turn 5 seconds on the start time. You're gonna go over to player. You're gonna turn this up to 200 health now. So a little bit closer to Warzone. Matter of fact, this feels really close to Warzone. Might be a little bit different in multiplayer, but 200 health. Then go to health regen, turn this to fast. Then go over to team. Instead of turning the kill cam off, you actually want to keep this on because you want these enemies coming at you in waves. And we're gonna talk about why that is here in a second. So actually keep the kill cam on for this one. Radar always on. Go ahead and turn this one to directional. Once you have that set, back out, go to team number 2. You're going to add 3 bots, but this time you're going to turn them on veteran. Okay. And I don't know if you guys have ever played veteran bots, but we're going to start the game up right here. And let me explain to you why this is such a good warm-up routine. All right, we're in here with some veteran bots, and the reason why this routine is so good is watch how fast I end up dying to these guys. These are not like your recruit bots that we were playing in the last routine, okay? These veteran bots are actually no joke, but why this routine works so well, and if you're, like I said, if you're below like a 3 or a 4 KD player, this is going to develop your skills so well because you have to play these bots like you would real players. And The reason I say this is because the time to kill in Warzone is so quick right now, and it is so punishing, but so is it in here against veteran bots. That's why it feels extremely game-like. So to actually kill these bots, you have to, like, we have them up on the mini map. It's basically like an advanced UAV, so we don't have to search for them this whole time, right? But you actually have to hit your shots, and I do advise playing this one just regular with aim assist. If you want to take it to the next level, turn that aim assist off for like killing about like 20 to like 40 of them, and then turn it back on to help you out. But look, I can't peek that angle as long as I would with recruit bots. I actually got to wait for my health to come back up. I barely kill this guy, then I have to play this cover to actually kill this next guy. And all you're doing here is, let's say I play this day 1, right? I'm doing warm-up routine number 3 on day 1. When I come back to warm-up routine number 3 on day 2, as you can see right here, as I've been waiting here, I have 7 deaths. Let's say I finish the game with like 18 deaths. I have 100 kills, but 18 deaths. The next day when I come back, I want that to be 100 kills and 15 deaths. That way you can actually track how you're improving. Even if it's killing bots, you can actively track, okay, for these 100 bots that I killed this day, how many times am I actually dying? And that's actually really important, because you're going to learn it's going to get really hard to get that number low. If you're going to get that number at only like 5 deaths in your 100 lives, you have to play extremely tactical, extremely smart. But we're still trying to finish it in the 20 minutes. So it's not like you can just camp the whole time. You actually have to pursue angles. You have to take the right fights and isolate individual fights. And when I talk about isolating, that's also another one of the most important aspects of this warm-up routine. And last thing we'll talk about here is I can see up on the mini map. All right, if I chow this enemy right here, I'm isolating this guy right here just by simply backing up around the corner and making sure the other enemies don't have a line of sight on me. Obviously, he hit me with the nade kill here. I'll try to give you another example here. I'm going to run up here. I see 2 enemies coming right here. Okay, instead of taking them both head on, I'm trying to bait one of the enemies so I can take him on individually, then slide out and kill the second one. And that's how you isolate the fight. Then I see the 3rd enemy coming around here. I'm killing him, right? So it's going to help you work on isolating fights, which is so important in a regular Warzone game. Last thing I will say is, if you guys have more time and you want to develop your skills even further, obviously come in here, up the score limit to 200 points. If you were shooting 50 bots without aim assist before, now shoot 100 bots without aim assist, and then 100 bots with them on. Obviously, you guys can adjust these numbers as you please, but there you have it, the 3 best warm-up routines for Warzone. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Ask me questions, whatever it may be. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. We're almost to 100,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys sub if you haven't already. Also, if you want to check us out, kick.com/MarkClarkk. We live stream there almost every single night except Saturdays. Right now, we're playing a lot of Warzone ranked. So if you guys want to come hang out, vibe with us, ask us questions, or just hang out with our awesome community, we'd love to have you guys over there. And until next time, make sure you guys check out this video right here.